rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. 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 Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to sing for us. Yay! Take it away.
There you go, Eli. We're trying out these new wireless microphones, so I hope it works.
Just toys.
And,
Well, good morning, and first of all, we'd like to thank you for inviting us to present our Song and Story program, Empowering Yourselves. It is with great pride and humility that we present our personal life stories, in the hopes that you too can find the peace and comfort and encouragement from your own inner strengths to move forward and continue in your own lives' journeys with the hope and the knowledge that you can succeed in whatever you really want in your life. Secondly, before we start this program, we most emphatically want everyone to know we never would impose our belief system on anyone. We simply want you to know that when times were trying and testing for us personally, we believe that the spiritual guidance that came from deep within ourselves is what helped us to get along and improve it or do better then. The capability of something being credible, probable, or conceivable has enabled us to move forward in the realization that anything imaginable, practical, and realistic can be achieved. Simply believing with a confidence and trusting your own inner being, or in my case I call it my sixth sense, is always allowing yourself to accomplish so much more and even surprises you what you can actually do if you believe. In our personal lifetime, our satisfaction went far beyond our expectations and often was appropriately, correctly, and timely orchestrated. And that was hard for me because I'm one of those, I'd like it now or yesterday. It is a pleasurable adventure with the best possible outcome. If you believe you can make a difference, you will. Rather than wish that something can change, see if there's a way that you can help it change. You can make the time, you can offer anyone who appears to be in distress that moment.
Okay.
You can find time and to help them maybe get a better, healthier situation. At the very least, you can do something for someone. Sometimes we do more to initiate that, to move forward, than we know. We can be able to maybe give a ride to somebody, provide an outfit for somebody, give them a meal, or even the clothes for that interview. And that's how I tell people I got hired in the school system. I didn't have the right things. You couldn't show up in tie-dye. And my person helping me with my son, she's a head lady at the Neopi section in Orlando Regional Medical Center at the time, said to me, "You got to go on an interview, huh? You got to look like that?" And I said, "It's this or the black Harley leather." And she literally gave me her suit to wear, and I got the job. So once you've made a personal commitment to be of use and look beyond yourself, the ability to do more often follows with a better quality and authority that you never thought possible. This song was directed as a direct result of my working in an ESE department as a paraprofessional in the EBD department, which is extreme behavior disorders. And I worked in multi for decades, but this was scary. Having a young man come in aggravated daily, I asked him to say something good about himself. The little guy looked at me as indignant as he could. I think he was 7 at the time, and he said, "I'm here and out of my mother's hair." My heart broke immediately, thinking this is how this child comes to school every day. I went to grab his hand, and being obstinate, he pulled away. He fell on the floor, and I was glad my principal wasn't there to see what was going on. I picked him up with that parental yank, and I said, "We're going for a walk, okay?" And when I took him out the door, the backyard field where they played every day was filled with dandelions that had turned to puffs. And I said, "Isn't that beautiful?" Again, he looked at me, "You stupid old woman, those are weeds." I knew I had my job cut out for me. And I just decided at that moment to reach back into something that gave me strength. And I was a foster child, and my father was a Mennonite. My mother was a flapper. That's a whole other story. But my father would get down on one knee, and if you gentlemen know what I'm talking about, rather than tower over me and scare me, he got down on his knees, he looked me in my eyes, and he would talk to me. So I did this with my little Gabriel. And with that, I said to him, "It's a wish. Those are all wishes out there." He threw his arms around me. I thought he was going to choke me, but I realized I reached him. So when I was driving home, this song, I get poems. It flooded my head. I wrote it down. I did very bad driving that day, trying to get Surrey to listen to me. And literally came home from work, and I showed it to my husband, and I said, "Can you do something with this?" And this is called The Master Teacher. And when you get the choruses, you're allowed to sing because we're folk singers. That's how it works. Celebrate yourselves, live in the here and now, connecting with the joy and peace while you discover how. Be quick to forgive the ones who might have caused you pain, who might have caused you pain, so they can pay it forward. This creates the change. Share yourself with others, be a beacon full of light. Let go of turmoil, anger, hurts, and strife. Always looking for the goodness and the kindness you can share. All the kindness you can share creates a balance in your life that simply was not there. We can know teachers who empower others' lives, who empower others' lives. Changes in your attitude, seeking love is only right, seeking love is only right. So be the master teacher, not the thief who steals the night. Your faith can be the stepping stone each time that you connect, helping those who stumble and haven't found peace yet, seeking love in everything that you think and say and do. Everything you say and do shows a master teacher lives inside of me and you. Grow up your maturity, share the purest parts, seeking all the love you can in other people's hearts. Seek to understand and let understanding heal your soul. Understanding heal your soul. Then watch the master teacher in yourselves all abundantly unfold. You know it now. We can know teachers who empower others' lives, who empower others' lives. Changes in your attitude, seeking love is only right, seeking love is only right. So be the master teacher, not the thief who steals the night. Be the master teacher, not the thief who steals the night. We can all be master teachers, one child at a time. Thank you. Now, traveling across the country on a summer tour, sometimes the venues call up and they have their little quirks. This lady called up and she said, "You're from Florida and you're coming up here. You're going to be the main act for the night." She says, "We thought it'd be wonderful if you wrote a Florida song." So I said, "Okay." And he always says when we're on the road out of the state of Florida, "No Florida music. They won't get it." Anyway, so hearing those words, I said, "Well, what are we going to write about?" And he laughed. He said, "Sunny days." And I said, "It always rains in Florida," being the person I am. And he said, "We couldn't have been further from the reality of composing this song. Never mind trying to hold on to the marriage driving from Texas all the way to Connecticut. Fighting through the cornfields and the wheat fields and saying, this is not going to work." She's lost her mind. So, because what happens is I'll give him a poem and he'll put it to music, and this wasn't happening in the car. So while we were driving through torrential rains, thunderstorms, and 3 tornado watches, I said to him, "This song's never going to happen. All we had to do was keep it simple and real," he kept saying. He's lucky he was driving. Then all the ideas and the verses fell in place almost effortlessly. And we say at the help of our muses. They watched us do this. I think Ann Thomas was laughing at me up there. Remembering all the shared memories that help formulate treasured memories with our friends and our families, rain or shine, inside or out, I always remember the gatherings fondly. Especially, it was our chance to visit. The permanence of trust in these relationships so unified us and gave us the courage to be that next generation that we continue to celebrate and continue it with our own families and the families that we make. So it's called Sunny Days. And it's a sing-along. Don't be shy. Sunny days often happen in the rain. Gray clouds slowly pass along the way. Summer rays warm things up again. Colored rainbows fill the sky, my friend. Sunny days. Sunny days we often think outside will be. The simple truth is sunny days are inside of you and me. My heart's content with the love of family and friends. We all are different yet we share so many things. Warm never really fades away. Sunny feelings are here to stay. Sunny days. Sunny days we often think outside will be. The simple truth is sunny days are inside of you and me. We play outdoors and enjoy the sun. We find the warmth in everyone. Our hearts overflow until they're done. Sharing love is so much fun. Sunny days. The best part of sunny days, they're always free. Yes, sunny days are here to stay with you and me. Sunny days.
Sunny days are here.
Sunny days.
Sunny days are here.
Sunny days.
Sunny days are here.
Sunny days. And I must tell you, it got us dinner. They forgot to turn the mic off in the kitchen, so the kitchen called us in. So she showed up late and forgot she even gave us the assignment, which is par course for the music world. Okay, this is an inspirational story that stands on its own merit. We'd come to know Abby and Tinker Sales for decades. They lived in Orlando, and they would show up at every musical event that we performed right in the front row, and they were our audience. One thing about Abby was he loved old sea shanties, and he sang them exceptionally well, and the bawdier the better. But as life has twists and turns, Tinker, his wife, would get very sick. She would go downhill fast. During that time, we also learned, no one knew this, they had a daughter. She was a professional roller derby queen. So I guess that was the family secret. Many might think, what's that got to do with empowering? Well, the story gets better. Abby took up roller skating. He would roll to work, he would roll down the hill, he would roll to the park, trying to help ease the pain of knowing he was going to lose his wife. Well, he realized the pain was because it was his wife, his best friend, and the love of his life, and he couldn't stop what was happening to her. So as a way to stay closer to his daughter, when he took up the roller skating, he decided between the two of them, they would put Tinker in the car and take her to the roller rink. Because I guess they never even saw their daughter do this. Unbeknownst to Tinker, she would be participating in a true roller derby event. The photos would be many. The expressions on her face were priceless as the crowd cheered as their daughter wheeled her mom around, and the teams both decided to just default the game because Tinker was the winner that day. Once Tinker entered the hospital, it wouldn't be long before she knew she would never come home. That didn't stop Abby. He would put on his skates and skate to the back door of the hospital. Now, they were always trying to kick him out after hours, and he didn't want to go. In fact, he wasn't going to go. They didn't know Abby. He would skate down the long corridors, down secret halls. He's told us funny stories about the laundry baskets and things and how he knew where to be when they were checking time and checking the rooms. And he would go in with her. But it wouldn't be long before they realized he was going to be a permanent fixture there till she passed away, because the desk had the monitors and they could hear him. Abby and him would sing every song they ever sang together because that's how they met. They would share wonderful moments, and they would be married for over 60 years. Even on the day that she passed away, they sang their favorite song together, leaving the entire medical staff speechless, in tears, and wonder how she lasted as long as she did. But you have to remember, if it was not for his pure devotion and his love for the girl that stole his heart many, many years ago, she might not have lasted that long. So it's Abby and Tinker's song. I wrote this as a gift for him to present. I was going to present it to the both of them. She never heard it. And
I'll give you the words as we go on. Maybe we can help this. This is your part anyways. It's a learning process. Okay? It goes like this.
And round, up and down he goes, through the secret corridors that nobody knows. He's skating out the back door into the parking lot. He's following the sidewalks down to the county park. He sings his shanties to her, the girl who stole his heart. She sings along with him, that's how their romance starts. They married for a lifetime, he is her only one, sharing precious moments and memories of their fun.
Up and down, round and round.
Up and down and round and round, up and down he goes.
Down the secret corridors.
Down the secret corridors that nobody knows.
Skating out the back door.
Skating out the back door into the parking lot.
Following the sidewalk.
He's following the sidewalks down to the county park. They shared the Florida sunshine through laughter and through tears. They moved to North Carolina to share their golden years. Tinker dreams of riding side saddle on Abby's bike, handling turns as others watch her squealing with delight.
Up and down and round and round.
Up and down and round and round, up and down he goes, down the secret corridors that nobody knows. He's skating out the back door into the parking lot.
Following the sidewalk.
He's following the sidewalks down to the county park. Now he'll be back tomorrow, sitting by her side, holding her hands, singing her songs when she opens her eyes. She knows he'll never leave her and smiles as he departs. She's waiting for her Abby, the man who stole her heart. Life isn't always easy, fate's not always kind. In goodness and in sickness, Abby remained by her side. Up and down and round and round, up and down he goes, down the secret corridors that nobody knows. He's skating out the back door into the parking lot. He's following the sidewalks down to the county park. Yes, he'll be back tomorrow for the girl who stole his heart. Abby and Tinker. Okay. If you ever get to see somebody named Abby Sales doing sea shanties, don't miss it. He's amazing. When a young privileged preteen attended her family holiday party, she quickly realized all was not fairly distributed as she assumed. Noticing her friends, who were the children of migrant pickers that her family employed, had very different seating arrangements this Christmas. They had enormous white tents, they had paper plates on their large estate, and they had plastic forks and knives and spoons. She immediately became troubled. She went in the house, and as a 12-year-old would do, she put her hands on her hips and said, "Dad, we need to talk. What's going on out there?" And he says, "What?" He said, "We're feeding them." That was her first troubling thing when he said them. Upon hearing his answer, she said to him, "What can we do about it?" And he says, "That's the way the world is." He says, "You're on this side, they're on that side." And he says, "Leave it alone, unless when you grow up, you want to change things, maybe you can make a difference." Little did he know that she would not only try to make a difference, she used it as a school assignment for compassion and empowerment. She would write an essay, and her mom said she fell asleep at the desk when she went in and read the essay. And she said, "This little girl has got the biggest heart that I've always known she has." And her mom put it out on like Facebook, but it was a different media, and it went viral. Given the chance to write and change laws for the welfare system, you might think a little girl won't have any impact. Well, she did, because now in college, she's still doing what she was doing back then. And her name is Angela Genovese. She's a 7th grader at the Redwood Middle School in Napa Valley, and she still writes and she still tries to change things. And this is the song I wrote for her, because this little girl did the song.
Okay.
I'm in and out here. She is only 12 years old and in the 7th grade. What you thought about our homeless here in the USA? She thought the situation through, a solution came to mind. It wasn't just a quick fix, more permanent in design. A program that would regulate while supplying basic needs, and mandatory training and placement to succeed. She was only 12 years old and in the 7th grade. USA. Classes in our welfare, providing child care. Until you're back on your feet, this was more than fair. Where would the funding come from? Her answers were quite clear. Stop spending money on needless wars because we need it here. She was only 12 years old and in the 7th grade when she thought about our homeless here in the USA. Fix ourselves with all our other needs. Can we be an example showing others how to lead? If only we would listen and do what she suggests, changes would come quickly and we'd erase our nation's debt. She was only 12 years old and in the 7th grade when she thought about our homeless here in the USA. Yes, she was only 12 years old in the 7th grade when she thought about our homeless here in the USA. Thank you. And she's still doing it, thank goodness. We want to leave you all with this thought, what empowering means to us. It's to authorize, and simply put, by giving yourselves permission to become all you can be, enabling while investing real credited hours of quality time in anything that you're committed to, that you care about, that you have a passion for, and are willing to see it fulfilled and manifested in your lifetime. Doing so with steady, unwavering commitment, that's the true definition of empowerment. And while we don't sing that song in this, I want to share something. Bill and I have been working for over a decade, thanks to my mentor who's since passed, Ann Thomas. She was a master librarian and she'd give us assignments. One of her assignments, unbeknownst to her at the time, was a song called Harry T. Moore. She would put his name out. She said, I want everyone to research it. And at a festival of 3,000 people, 3 hands went up. We took it on. We wrote the song. We didn't know any better. We shared the song. And this past January, Harry Moore and Harrietta Moore were inducted into the Florida Civil Rights Hall of Fame. And he will be at the high school level for the kids to know that he was there way before Martin Luther King.
The reason that happened, someone heard the song. We sang it at the Florida Folk Festival. A friend of ours heard the song, and he knew a state representative who wrote a bill to have that happen. And it passed. So music does change minds. It does have effect.
So if you've enjoyed our presentation, feel free to see us. We accept kind criticism. Our CDs are available with all the music that you've heard today. We have an email list and we don't scam you. It's if you sign up, it works out great, because if you like us, you know where we are. If you don't like us, you know where we are. Just saying. And check out our website at www.perrasmusic.com. And thank you again for having us.
Me already?
Okay, we'll finish up with the high energy song here. Maybe we can get y'all standing if you can stand. If not, that's fine too. I can barely stand, but I'm giving it my best shot. So what's the song about?
Well, basically, it's the journeys we must travel. And the way it got written was because for all of the things that we've done in our life, a lot of times we have a plan. And my foster mom used to say to me, you have a plan and God laughs. And I'm starting to, at 65, get it. Because every time I plan something out, my life takes this really bizarre direction. And I found out, though, more than not, it's always been better than what I planned. And I just wrote it, and when it's one of them fell in my lap, and it talks to everybody, so.
Let's start out with the chorus.
And the journeys we must travel As life's adventures unravel,
we must let go.
we must let go of the life we planned.
So we must
And
go.
so we go. It's an untainted atmosphere, unbridled by the time. Lines of history are only hindered by our own mind. We breathe and continue on, leaving troubles far behind. Following journeys of uncertainties till we reach our heart's desire.
Journeys we must
And
travel.
the journeys we must travel.
Life's adventures
As
unravel.
life's adventures unravel, we must let go of the life we planned.
So we go.
And so we go. The mighty lion roars loudly, yet silently stalks his prey. In his quest to capture food each and every day. The eagle flies undisturbed by loud traffic down below. And the whale swims never daunted by the hurricane water flow.
Journeys we must travel.
And the journeys we must travel, as life's adventures
We
unravel,
must let go.
we must let go of the life we planned.
So we go.
And so we go. It's just a natural scheme of things, a moment but in time. Others may never go the way our inner strength will climb. All our debilities quickly fade once we realize we're not the same as yesterday if we use unguarded eyes.
Journeys we must
And the
travel.
journeys we must travel, as life's adventures unravel,
We must let go.
we must let go of the life we planned.
So we go.
And so we
One
go.
more time.
And the journeys we must travel, as life's adventures unravel, we must let go of the life we planned. And so we go. And so we go. Be blessed in whatever you want to do with your life for others. Thank you.
Thank you.